Hey YouTube, today's June the 1st, 2011. I know it's been a long time since I've updated. I never did get to update after I had my surgery. I attempted a couple of times and it just wasn't working out. I'm not exactly sure what was going on, but anyway, I guess I could update you. What happened? Take my glasses off again. Sorry. Here, that works. I'll have to bring it closer so I can see. Anyway, I had my surgery and everything went fine. It ended up being a dermoid cyst, and so there's no cancer. It was a dermoid cyst is different than a regular cyst because it grows abnormal tissue. It can grow bone, teeth, limbs, fingers, hair, stuff like that. It's crazy. It's gross. And they told me mine had hair in it, and that's why it just kept getting bigger and bigger, because the hair was keeping it from draining, because it also still has the nasty fluid in it, whatever you want to call it. So they got that removed. They were able to save my ovary. So I still have both my ovaries, and I'm thankful for that. Although now that I am officially 37 weeks pregnant, 37 weeks and 5 days actually, so almost 38 weeks, the scar tissue around my ovary, stretching, pulling, sometimes the baby will kick it or whatever, and it's just very uncomfortable, actually it's painful, really. But I'm trying to be strong about it. But I'm thankful that I healed well from that. The surgery itself, I was in the hospital a couple of days. I was scared to death because I'd never had surgery before, and when they took me into the operating room, I just broke down, started crying. I was so scared. And the doctor, she was so nice. She just took my hand and held my hand until I went under, and then the next thing I know, I'm waking up as they're wheeling me into the little recovery area that they keep you until you're stable enough to go into your own room. And I was in there for quite a while because I had my pain was just horrible. The morphine that they gave me wasn't working at first, and so they were trying to give me, other stuff, and nothing was really taking the pain away. And it didn't help the fact that our little guy was moving around in there everywhere, so he was kicking the incision and all that, which was very painful. Is probably the worst part of it. And let's see, and also I was having blood pressure issues. I was having, my blood pressure kept dropping. At one point they let my husband come back there to see me because I'd been back there for so long, and when he came back there to see me, I thought I was going to pass out. And they keep you on the little blood pressure thing, whatever, constantly checking your blood pressure. My blood pressure dropped. I think it was, I'm trying to remember, I think it was like 50/30. I mean, it was extremely low, and they were very, very worried. They thought maybe I was having internal bleeding. I was going to get a shock, so they laid me back flat, which I hate laying back flat when I'm pregnant because it makes me feel like I can't breathe, which just didn't make it feel better, really. But it eventually went back up. I didn't need a blood transfusion or anything like that. I don't know what it was that happened, but the nurses kept teasing my husband, telling him that he's just too handsome. He can't be back there because he's so handsome. It makes me want to pass out. So that's that. But like I said, I am 37 weeks and 5 days pregnant. My official due date's June 17th, just to remind you, which is coming close. So my heart issues are getting worse, and actually in the last few days it's becoming pretty bad. My heart races, like, just jumps up to like 150, 160 just when I stand up, or like if I'm trying to put my clothes on. Something simple that shouldn't be that difficult. So today when I go to my OB, I'm going to talk to her about that, because my heart specialist told me if my heart, that there's no reason for a C-section as of right now, but if my heart rate goes up to 150, 160 during labor, then we'll have to have a C-section. And at the time I was like, okay, I think I can handle that. I'll be laying in a bed, whatever. I don't know. So I might have to have a C-section. Not very happy about that. My total weight gain for this pregnancy has been, as of today, which I am swelling. I wasn't swelling at all until this last month or so, and I'm starting to swell pretty bad. I can't wear my wedding ring anymore. See, they don't really look that swollen on the camera, but trust me, they're swollen. But my total weight gain, I start at 157, and today when I weighed myself, I'm at 197, which is depressing. I know it's only 40 pounds. They tell you to gain, anywhere between 30 and 40 pounds if you're at your goal weight when you get pregnant, which I was a little over, not much. I was in the process of trying to lose weight when I got pregnant, so great. But I had still, by this time with my daughter, my first pregnancy, I had already gained probably 55 pounds by now. So I'm doing better than with my first pregnancy. So, and we finally made a decision on our little man's name. We weren't going to choose a name until he was born, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't. So his name is Logan, and his middle name is Conrad. Conrad is after my husband's grandfather, so it's a family name. Logan is just a name that we both liked. So, and our daughter's name is Lily, so it'd be Lily and Logan. So, oh, and also when I was about 35 weeks pregnant, I had an OB appointment, and she said I was measuring large. My fundal height was measuring over 2 weeks ahead, so we did an ultrasound, and he, at 35 weeks, was already measuring almost 7 pounds. So he's going to be a large baby, which is scary, because I don't want to birth a 10-pound baby, but as long as he's healthy, I'm okay. Now, sorry, I keep squinting, I'm nearly blind. You probably kind of may have noticed my background is a little different. We moved into a new place. This place is a lot larger. No stairs, which is great for my heart, and just being pregnant in general sucks. There's only stairs going to our basement, and we have our own washer and dryer, and it's just wonderful. So excited about that. I guess I'll go ahead and show you my belly, and I'm sorry if I sound really out of breath. I'm pregnant, leave me alone, okay? So here's my belly. It's very large. Sorry about the drop myself from the front. And I guess I can show you my scar from my surgery. You can see it. It starts down here. It's up to here. Probably won't sticks out, and I'm just getting a few extra stretch marks that weren't there before. I don't know if you can see them. But there's my update for you guys. I honestly don't know if I'll update again before the next, where I have my little man, but we'll see. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.